1 week before the Open, the Duckhook Open here at Ebotse, here we stand on an overcast, low cloudy day. It's not too cold, but it is reminiscent of open conditions, which we are all looking forward to on a course like this, Barnes. What can we expect from a course like this?
Proper linksy, exactly what we are looking at generally at every year's British Open. Looking forward to it. We're happy to qualify. Thank you to GP Prinsloo for sponsoring this event. Lots to play for, gents. Looking forward to it.
As Byron mentioned, GP Prinsloo is the sponsor, putting up a prize purse of 5,000 credits, 3,500 going to the winner, and that will go a long way this season. If that's in your profile, plenty free golf, and that's what we're all about. Free golf for the boys. So we're going to go around, we're going to do a couple of challenges, and we're going to do a stump here on the main putting green to see what it's rolling at come the tournament. Yes, it is right around the corner. What we've all been playing for over this qualifying cycle is to get into the Duckhook Open, sponsored by GP Prinsloo Attorneys. Yes, we're excited. It's almost Friday, as Jacques has said just now. What time is the major? Well, it's soon. It's Wednesday, it's a show, and you're probably, most of you sitting in a bit of load shedding, and hopefully we can help for those with endless data to watch the Duckhook show and keep you entertained. I can tell you that I've got load shedding. I've had to save my inverter battery as much as possible so I can just do this hour without losing power, because there's so much load shedding, it doesn't get to charge properly. Once again, I'm not alone. I am with a host of gentlemen, and there they are. Donnie is back as our regular. Then we got Peter Prinsloo in the middle. Say hello, Peter.
How's it, guys?
Good. All the guys in the chat, give him a thumbs up for joining us. It's his first time on the show. And then we got Wayne, who is our current champion from Dainfern this past Sunday. What a good event that was, Wayne.
Yeah, how's it, everybody? And yeah, I actually want to call it a bit more luck than anything else, but it was good golf going on.
Oh, good for you, especially coming out as the winner. We're at 96, and you beat 95 of them, so that's a good field to beat. You must be happy.
Well, it's always nice to beat one of the bigger fields because if you can better more people, then you feel better about yourself at the end of the day.
Well, I can tell you, Donnie, you played okay and steady once again. How did you go?
Yeah, I think it was a tale of two nines. The back nine, which was my front nine, I would say 95% flawless golf, one drop and 8 pars. But yeah, after back nine, the wheels just came off a little bit, so I had to try and manage the game, what could have been a 44 turned into a 39. So no, I'm just happy as to shoot over 30 points. That was the goal, so yeah.
Well done. Peter, you teed off in the morning. You were part of the morning field. You had a match play game as well. I think that you had the worst of the conditions. You had more wind than what we had, because once we started, it kind of settled down and we had a nice go at it. How was your conditions?
Yeah, it was actually some of the worst conditions. So we had a bit more wind than you guys had. My golf was not of two tails. It was one tail and it was all downhill. But at least we won our match play game. 2-in-1. All 4 of us played really crappy, but be that as it may, it was still a fun day out.
Good. Right, so you might be wondering what is on the show. Well, the regular watchers know what's coming. We've got a whole host of things to go for Dainfern, and then we will move on to the Open and preview that. We've shot some videos and we'll talk you through it. We've got some flyovers, so if you want to see a specific hole, you can just request it and then we will chat about it. And then we'll look at the singles and the team match play updates and the standing updates, because it's the end of, can you believe it, June. Boys, how quickly has it gone? 18 tournaments, 18 golf courses. this is where we sit now.
Well,
Yeah, crazy.
I was actually having a look, and like you say, end of June. If you take each league individually, and you actually see it's literally 5 games left on each league that we have, and then we're done with the year. It's actually scary. It's
Scary.
more than.
It flies by, and soon we will reach, some of the guys, will reach their target of 21 matches to be in contention for the player of the season. We've had 18. How many did you say have played all 18?
From what I saw on the player of the season list, there's 5 guys that's played 18 rounds.
Wow, well done to those guys. Big up
Yeah.
to everyone. All right, I haven't forgotten about everybody watching. Hello, everybody. Paul Ricketts is the first one that popped up on my timeline. Hello, Paul. He is excited to be watching because he has a reason. Monet O'Kelly, nice to hear from you, Monet, and welcome back. And then we have, all the way from the UK, our dear friend, Ruben Swat. Hello, Ruben. Everybody say hello to Ruben. Thanks for watching and
Hello,
supporting
Ruby.
us. Ryan, I see you on now, and you were right. That message I sent you earlier, yes, I was wrong, and you were right. Vanna Lavarsky, good evening, Ducks. Good luck for Friday, and good luck for you also going for some leg odd surgery. And to Alan Lowe, Donnie, came out of shoulder surgery. Quick recovery to him.
Yesterday. Yeah, he's. I actually spoke to him this afternoon. He's actually at home. Said in a lot of pain, but at least he's home, and now it's on his way to recovery. So he's hoping to be back by sort of September, October.
Great. Lyle, evening. Nice to see that you joined us, and I see you're getting many practice rounds. And as I mentioned, Jacques said, is it major time? Well, it is almost major time. And Kyle Rawlins will be featuring in his first Open, and also avid watcher Ian Holzhausen is also there. Hanu will be featuring. He's also here, and the rest of us. Brian Owen, Peter Zach, Bobby, Leon, thank you, everybody, for watching. Right, let us get this underway. I've got some news for you, and this is the news. Well, from next season, 2023, the 2022 singles match play champion and the 2022 team match play champions and the classic champion will all get automatic qualifying for all the majors next year. So there's a couple of guys that will now be included, and rightly so, because there's a lot of work and a lot of effort to win those tournaments. So you will be into the major, so something else to play for. So let's get on to Dainfern and get the show on the road. If you don't know what happened, 96 players, as I mentioned, and the top of the pops, Wayne Jensen shooting 5 under, and really was thereabouts most of the day. And we're going to have a look at his scorecard shortly, and you'll just see, if you haven't looked at it, what a good run of golf he had. So back after a year and a half hiatus, last time you won was at 10 under at Killarney, Wayne. Jan Kruger coming in second, tie for third, Stefan Lombard and Adam Ford, and then Carl van der Linde, Leon Arden likes Dainfern, shooting -1, tie fifth. Byron Knutz, another good finish from Byron, which is fantastic. He's climbing the player of the season rankings. Jaco Jacobs up in the top 10 once again. Kira O'Connell and Lyle Langley, steady as ever. Right, before we have a look at Wayne, scorecard, here are the top 10 and what they had to say from a beautiful Dainfern. Byron, the form continues. You had lots to say on Wednesday about today. You took it into mind and you played well.
Yes, absolutely. I think I managed the game well. The misses especially. I left a few putts out there again, but overall it was a really lovely day.
Best part of your game?
Yes, I missed a lot of greens, so the chipping and up and downing, chipping and putting was quite good. I enjoyed the greens, they rolled nicely. Definitely continuing on the form and looking forward to the Open.
It's another day. Dainfern, ex-champion, 1 under. How did that go?
No, it went actually very well. My drives worked for a change, and I had a great four ball.
Yeah.
So it was lekker. Best part, definitely chipping. I haven't chipped good for a long time, and putting. Missing some long putts, so that was quite good.
Carl, good run of golf here, Dainfern. Under par.
Yep.
How did it go?
Very, very well. I don't know where it happened. I probably just didn't think about it as much as I usually do. First 9 was tremendous. Held a very long putt on 11 for a birdie, and then from there just went my way. I shot 40 on the first 9. Second nine was a little bit more of a struggle, reading the greens a little bit. I'm not too sure why that could have been, but left a couple of putts short on line, but very short. And without that, I probably would have been a little bit higher on the leaderboard there.
Potentially into the Open. Happy about that?
Looking forward to that. Missed Serengeti. I usually qualify for that one, but missed it this year, so I'm very looking forward to getting to the Open.
Stefan, best finish in a Duckhook event.
Het het lekker gegaan. Alles is net lucky geweest. Ek was net lucky geweest met alles. Alles het goed gegaan. Driver het baie goed gewerk. En putting het ook net soos kon nie glo dat ek so goed gepat het nie. So ja.
How was the scoreboard pressure?
Ek het eers agtergekom ek is daar hierso op die laaste 2 gate. Toe sê hulle vir my, "Hoor jy's in die running." So speel bietjie beter. So ek doen maar nie regtig beter gespeel nie, maar ek het naby aan gekom.
Leon, -3. Great round of golf here. Dainfern, tell us about it. Are you happy?
How can you not be happy with the 39 points? No, it was great. Yeah, course played lekker. Must say you can see it's starting to dry out a bit now. But no, awesome. My driver finally played along.
Yep.
And I managed to stay out of the bunkers. That was, I think, that's the big thing. I spoke to Wayne now too, and he said he also only hit 1 bunker. So I think that's kind of the key here. Baseball putting, definitely putting. The last couple of rounds we played, the greens were very fast, and I kind of feel like I figured it out today. That and the driver. I think, finally the driver's coming along.
A man in form, Wayne, well done. Congratulations. Winning at Dainfern Series 2. It's been a year and a half back in the winner's circle. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's nice to be back in the winner's circle. I will be honest, this year it has felt like my game has been on the go and it has been pretty good. Had a few bad ones here and there, but it's been pretty good. So it's great to know that it's good enough to be back in the winner's circle.
Leading Series 1, this is going to do massively for your player of the season rankings.
Yes, I am actually counting on it, I will be honest. Originally I was going to go for the player of the season, but Sunday 1 just happened. So let's see what happens. I don't want to be greedy, but I'm going to try and climb both of them and get as high as possible on both of them.
Of course you want to be greedy, Wayne. You want to win it all. That's why we're here. We want to win everything, don't we?
Yeah, of course, I suppose so. But you don't want to sound greedy.
Here's a scorecard. Boys, look at this. From hole 2 to 12. Look at that run of scoring. Take us through it, Wayne.
Well, I'll start on number 1 just very quickly. Second shot, I was fortunate enough to hit the fairway, and second shot went a bit right, almost in the bunker on the downslope on the right there, and then to chip up and then end up with the bogey. And I still thought to myself, 2 points, if you can carry on 2 points, then it will be good. But then the second hole came, 2 great shots just short to the green, nice little chip to make the bird. And then I'll jump straight to the 8th as well, which also incredible second shot, also just short to the green, and also able to make the birdie there. But it was mainly the putter. I mean, I ended up with 24 putts and 8 greens in regulation for the day. And that actually really is what got the day going and all of that. But my favorite or the highlight of the day was the 10th hole, where I aimed the whole day hitting with a soft roll cut. I, on the 10th, aimed for the bunker on the left. And this ball just went dead straight into the bunker. Didn't think much about it. Let's take the 9-iron and just pop it out. And this thing just came out of the screws like no tomorrow. Pin high, left to the pin, probably about 4 or 5 meters. And when I canned that putt, that was actually something amazing. And also on 11, almost. I was just on the right edge, also putting, and I literally almost lipped the cup. I was a few inches away from there, but that's done was something great. And then looking at the leaderboard the whole time, thinking, Wayne, you got it, and you can get going. Leaderboard pressure started climbing in. And then we jump onto the 18th, get onto the 18th. Wayne, you've got this in the bag. What happens? Dive into the water. And and from there, got to take the penalty. But I've got to be honest, the chip and the putt, they also saved me at least to make the 6 for the 1. But the wedge and the putter actually behaved very, very well. So I've got to say thanks to those.
And you said it was your lowest score you've ever shot in a Duckhook event, 73?
Yes, I went back and through, and I actually think 78 from when I started Duckhook, and I think it's about 6 years I've been with Duckhook, and I think it was a 78 that I shot, which was my lowest. So
what did you shoot at Killarney then?
No, Killarney was 77, you're right. That's right.
Okay.
But remember, with Killarney, I had a higher handicap.
Yes,
and
because
he
you
was
crashed
playing off
before
like a
that.
12 or something.
Yeah, so that's also why I was so deep. But I think I shot 77 or something like that. But I actually forgot about Kalani. You're right. I might be a falsie there.
Well, put it this way. It just shows
Either
how
way,
golf
Dave,
is, because Wayne spent the whole of 2022 not really playing too much golf, and his handicap curtailed into disaster. And then he practiced the whole of December and the beginning of January, and then he came and smashed us all, got his game back together, if you don't remember. I remember it because we were saying the season's going to start well. We're going to keep the scores low, Wayne. We're going to keep the scores low. First event of the season, frickin' 10 under. Yay, look at our social league where Oaks shoot 10 under. Thanks for that. A lot of comments here for you, Wayne. A lot of comments. Firstly, Peter Zach says Dainfern was in great condition. And then it was in good condition, especially for that time of the year. Stellar condition. Well done, Wayne. And then we've got Ryan. He says, well done, Buta. Jacques Ravenstein. Great golf, Wayne. Mornay. Well deserved. About time. And then I must put your dad's in. Because he was playing with you. Wayne was back to his old self. It was great watching him play, yes, I'm sure. Okay, let's go into the little things of what comes with a league game. The pins on the day. Well, here we have it. Lyle Langley taking the par 3 fourth hole, close to the pin. And then the closest in 2 on the 10th never came back. So if you were the closest in 2 on the 10th, guaranteed, let me know. It definitely didn't come back. And then Rowan Wenzel won on the par 3 11th. And then Ashley Herman won a case of golf parade on the par 3 16. So well done to those boys. Let's have a look at the groups quickly, D. This is how it unfolded.
Sorry, just one thing about that closest in 2. It's like when we played there, I couldn't remember that there was a board out actually on the green. So,
maybe it wasn't.
If I remember correctly. So, might just be me, might be a falsie, but I didn't see one.
Okay.
So,
come to think of it, I didn't see one either, but I didn't finish the hole, so I hit the first 2 out of bounds. So I just walked to the next tee box. Right, back to the groups.
All right. No, Group A, Cornell Erasmus taking on a +4 over Curvers, myself, and Brian. And then Group B, old Bobby or Booby taking it from Grant, Dean, and Edwin on +8.
+8.
Yeah. Group C, O'Kero shooting level par with beating Leon, Jamie, and Seth.
Right, let's go to the head-to-heads, and here we go. Very close this time around. It wasn't an absolute hammering by the red team. 5.5 to 4.5. So the red team moved to 10.5, while the Blues team is now falling behind at the halfway point of the season. So Clint Berettes, as captain of the red team, takes the victory. Let's just have a look. Bryant beating Martin, Richard falling to Sorrel, and that was a singles game. So Sorrel goes through to the next round. Same as Cornell. Then a tie between Peter and Kunrad. Graham de Villiers losing out to Lyle. A good round from him. Adam Ford against Gerard Snyman. And Peter, at least you beat Neville, Peter.
Yeah, at least.
At least.
And myself and Barry played against him and Kevin, so yeah, at least. You can see the scores. all 4 of us wasn't quite the golfers on that day, but yeah, at least we beat him.
There we go. Okay.
Well, Mazzo, just looking at that, if we look at the first 2 players of that 2 individual leaderboard or groups, that might be a good signing for the Springboks coming this weekend to beat the Welsh there.
Maybe the Welshman is 1 down already. Right, some more interesting stuff that I've got to wrap up Dainfern is the best of the par 5s. Now look at this. I've taken this directly off Score Capture, and 4 guys got 10 points. On the par 5s. Meaning they were on 2 under each. If you look, Fats actually made birdie on 2 of the par 5s. I'm trying to think which ones. So it would have been the 8th and the 18th that he birdied. So that's good birdies. Corbus Barnard making a birdie as well. Dorian Faree, well done. I don't know if it's a double stroke hole maybe that got him the 4 points. But as you can see, these are the guys who were the 10 best. Even Wayne is there. And you made 2 3-pointers on the first 2. Did you stroke the first 2 par 5s?
No, I birdied the 2.
Oh, did you? Yes, you said.
That's what gave me the big kick run and
the winning team, 4-Ball Alliance, on one of the extra scoreboards we had. 2 scores to count. And the winning team, once again, Jamie Sherry is in the winning team. That's 2 in a row. This time with Gala Gaba, Kara O'Connell, and Werner Labotsky. 89 points. just shows you it's not so easy to shoot 105 points if you go to golf day when we've got all these teams playing each other, and 89 is the winner. Agreed?
Yeah. No, definitely.
7 points on the 14th, so that was their best hole. So they averaged well over 5 points. That's an outstanding team effort, boys. That is an outstanding. But like Donnie Waller said, we've all been to golf days, and 89 points will win you nothing.
Yeah. If
Nothing.
you ain't like above 95,
Yeah. And this just shows you how legit, should I say, our Duckhook fraternity is, that a team can shoot lights out and only shoot 89. Okay, this is fascinating. To wrap it all up, this is the whole rankings. What stands out here for you, boys, about these whole rankings? As you can see, it's got the rank. Number 1 is the hardest, 18th is the easiest, and the average is the scores. Donnie, what stands out for you?
Yeah, hole number 3, that was 1.8 as an average. That's interesting. That's both.
That's not the answer I'm looking for. Wayne, do you know what the
answer?
If you're looking at this, doesn't the stroke 1 look like it's actually the easiest hole for the Duckhook?
Correct.
Stroke 18, possibly the most difficult for the Duckhookers. Are we somewhere around backwards or
exactly?
Or something? I don't.
Wayne has spotted it. How is the stroke 1 the easiest hole, averaging 1.84 points, and the hardest hole is the stroke 18? I think we need to hand this into Dainfern and say they need to adjust their strokes, maybe. Crazy.
I think why they say, like, why the stroke 18 was so difficult, that's the par 5 of the water. So it would be interesting to see how many guys actually hit balls in the water there, that caused that.
The par 4,
that basically that. Shot to drop.
Yeah, and then that par 3 down the hill, the 16th, was the second hardest hole, which is well below 1.5 points. And then the second easiest hole, if I just glance through, where's the second easiest? Where's the 17 here? Yeah, because there's ties. All right, so that's how it stands. So well done, everybody at Dainfern. Let us quickly update you on what the standings is now that it's the end of June. Proudly sponsored by Strixon. Right, here we go. We're starting off with Sunday Series 1. Here we go. Sunday Series 1. Wayne, you are the leader, and you are the leader by, 4 points. Remember, 1 did not happen at State Mine, so this series is a bit less in points, as we're almost reaching 200 in the other series. There you go, Wayne. That's who you are leading the pack with.
Yeah, a little bit of a gap over Shandon, and we'll be honest, I'm a bit concerned about him. But otherwise, after him in third place, we've got Jacob van Staanden that's moved up, Jan Painter that's also moved up, and then Richard Stewart also tied third there. And then in number 6, we've got Orkin Witz, and then following with Nicky Wallengoed. And then we've got Donnie, which is on each one, but anyway. And then we've got Bobby and Alan at the last 2 positions there.
Here we go. So
Mazzo, that, like, obviously I know you said to me, I think Jan is also going for a shoulder up last week. So I think that leaderboard's going to change quite a lot with Jan going out and also Alan being out. So
it is.
2 spots up for grabs, boys.
Walter Kloof is next on the 10th of July, which we have already. The afternoon field is chockers. But I can make a plan. So if you still want to book, do it in time. Thursday series. Donnie, take us away. You were leading last month after Blue Valley. Unfortunately, the tables have turned once again.
Yeah, it looks like I'm just 1 point behind Jandre de Toy. He actually, I think, shot -1 on the day. I went like 2 over par, so that's where the switch came around. But there's a couple of good players behind us, with Andre Kotze, Frikkie Steyn, Hansi Hamann over there, and Simon Meyer. Grant also, he had a good run of form. Jamie, the last 2 rounds, he's been up there. So I think it's going to be a very interesting close to the league on the Thursday series.
It's going to. And if you look at how much the points difference is between the top 7, 8, it's like under 10.
Yeah.
So that is very, very tight. Lots to play for. And remember, everyone, the top 10 goes into the shootout next year, the team shootout. This is Sunday Series 2. I'll quickly take you through it. Brian Owen continues to lead on 176 points. Donnie, you've moved up after Dainfern to 100. No, you stay second on 173. Cornell moves up. Clint Brudas jumped quite a bit. Lyle jumped quite a bit. Flicky moved up. Ryan moved up 1. And then Jan missed, so he dropped. Corbus dropped down. And Jakob stays at number 10. Well done to these boys. Let me remind you that the full standings is on the website. You go to the website, and it's there. Just rankings and Gauteng and Sunday series, and you'll find it eventually. Player of the season, this is how it looks. Please remember that the averages is what puts you on top. As you can see, Donnie has the most points. He's almost reached the 2,000 point mark, but because he's played probably 18 of these events, his average is 105. Grant's played just a bit less. His average is 114. Now, leading the way, if you look between 1, 2, 3, and 4, there is really nothing in it. 10 points. So there is still a lot to play for when it comes to the player of the season. One victory out of those 4 will take them to the top. Byron has made a massive run up the leaderboard with his consistent finishes. So there you have it. Going into July, it's going to be proper. Yes.
Sorry, I want to say something about the total rankings. If I'm not mistaken, out of the top 10, there's 2 players that have not won an event yet. So I think, bar than just them, I can't remember who the other one is. Still shows great form that has been played there.
Consistency. Because he's had 2 second-place finishes, and now he finished 5th, and that's in the space of 3 or 4 events. All right, boys, it is open time. Let us talk about the open. Lots to look forward to. But first of all, let's remember what we are playing for. It's the GP Prinsloo sponsored Duckhook Open. The champion will walk away with 3,000 credits, the runner-up with 1,500 credits, and third place 500. 3,000 credits going towards your tour is a fantastic little bonus, and the champion will also walk away not only with my claret jug, unless I keep it, but a winner's check as well, which will be presented to you with the amount. So, yes, we're looking forward to it. And markers as a memento marker. It says like 2022, so you keep that to yourself. Peter, why did you jump on board with us? What was why did you want to be part of the Open?
Well, first of all, I thought I can buy that trophy, but that's not going to happen. So, no mess. All jokes aside, like I've said previously, Duckhook is doing a lot of stuff for a lot of guys, and I thought it's just the time to put something back into Duckhook, and I think this was a great initiative. When I was first approached, I immediately grabbed opportunities, not only for Duckhook, but for all the members out there, to show them that it is possible to support Duckhook in any aspects possible. And yeah, it's just it's nice to be out there with the guys, and also getting my name out there. That's also contributing a lot. I've seen that in a couple of last months going forward. I enjoyed it. So yeah, it's lastly my passion. My passion for the Open is major, really. One of the stuff I would like to win is the Open.
Yes, and maybe you will. I wanted to say, it's networking, boys. This is the lawyer. If you ever need a lawyer in this group of boys and golfers that we have, this is the person to contact, and you know who he is, and he will guide you all the way. Let's take you through, you're sponsoring as your practice, as your business. Take us through some of the offerings that you give your clients.
Maz, that's actually one of the questions I get the most every day, actually, when somebody comes up to me, what do you do? What do you do? It's difficult for attorney to tell you what you do, because you can do a lot of stuff. But besides the stuff that you just put on the screen, that's only a few points. The majority of my firm, as well as my companies that we're busy operating, is based on the corporate and security side, and we also assist in the labor division. That is basically our 3 pillars we stand on. But if you go ask any attorney if you can help you, they will never say no. We take on all the work, and how we do it is up to us. So yeah, so we do a lot of litigation in relation to corporate, like I said, and labor, and the rest just follows, Maz. That's basically what we do out there for the public.
So if you have any issues, pull him aside before he tees off.
No. Afterwards.
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 Pull him aside and say,
otherwise you'll
some advice.
And Peter, let me guess. No Eskom things or claims or something for you to do.
Oh, I'll take it on, but I do have great associates who can assist with that.
Fantastic. Okay, boys. This is what the field looks like for the Open. 48 players will be teeing it up. And there we are. It is 95% ranking based from the least points teeing off first to the best points, which would be Simon Mayer, scoring the most player ranking points over the 3-month cycle, over 600 and something, 10. I think only 2 people managed to get to 600, which is a great effort. Peter Zakario, Vickersley, Jacques Gravenstein, and Trevor Miller will start it all off on the first tee at 11 o'clock. And on the 10th tee, it's going to be Shannon Schaefer, Ronnie Voller, Jaco Jacobs, and Rujan Lessing. They will start everybody off. Remember, it's metal, everybody. The ball must go into the hole. That's what makes it challenging, and that's what makes it all the sweeter, because that really means that you have played outstanding golf. Let's pick out a couple of favorites, boys. If we have to look at Wayne, if his form continues, you are playing off a 6, and your Duckhook and Saga is a 6 handicap. What did you play off at Dainfern, Wayne?
6.
6, right. So let's see what happens. Donnie, you're for 0. Let's go to Peter. I actually asked you.
Beautiful 9.
You're off a 9. There
That's
you go.
correct.
And you're playing with Barry, Johan, John van der Vente, and Hanno Oosthuizen. Any other favorites here, gents?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw in Jacques Gravenstein because he keeps messaging me saying that he's practicing and going for lessons, and he's practicing and going for lessons. So if he gets it all right, come the Open, that could be a name to throw in the mix.
I want to say we mustn't put Adam Ford aside. He's had some good golf in that. He's just had a few holes that's thrown him out a bit, but if he doesn't have those holes, I think Adam Ford also could be a good run for the top side.
My pick would be Frikkie Steyn. I think
Don, you're not allowed to choose Frikkie Steyn, choose someone else.
Why not Frikkie Steyn?
Frikkie Steyn just cancelled.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, there goes my pick. Oh, damn it. No, it's like, no. Back to the drawing board.
Another wild card. Lyle Langley. I'm going to throw that in there as well. Plenty of golf.
Yeah.
Baron will be the guy to beat, so Baron will definitely take away the Claret Jug.
Okay, boys,
That's
what do
my
you
pick.
think? What do you think the winning score will be?
I'm going +2.
+2?
If the wind blows, I would say like a level par +1. If there's no wind on the day, I think like a -1 or -2.
Peter?
No, -2. That's the win.
I think I'm about there, -2 and so on. What do you guys think on the chat line? Jacques says, Ebotse is a great challenge. It is a hell of a challenge. Looking forward to it. Barry for the win. Okay, Barry, there you put down the corner. You are for the win. And then, Monet, thank you for backing me. My current state of affairs is that I would not back me, but even a blind squirrel finds a nut now and again, and that round can go. I just go to the driving range and try to hit it straighter off with the 3-wood, so we'll see. And Gerard Sneman says Adam Ford for the win. Even Parr says, Paul, yeah, it's going to be close to that. Will somebody run away with it? I don't know. It's not so easy. It takes one hole and everything is a mess. As you saw in the intro, we did a couple of videos, and we wanted to check out the green speed. So I've got Borrent and Guest to check the green speeds out and see what came up with the numbers.
Hello fellow Ducks, I'm here with the Masters champion Grant Nel. He is
guys?
actually the best person to speak to. We believe that you are growing your own green in your backyard. Absolutely amazing the way the condition of his green is. So please explain to us, how do you get a green like this?
Well, Ebotse's green is this. To get a green like this, more than 5 years in the stump breeding that you would see today. Cutting it from very high to low. Winter speed definitely increases. I think these guys cut their height around about 2.5, even low to 2.2 mil height. So yeah, let's check it out.
Perfect, so we're going to quickly take it through. Grant, will you please assist me with this? Basically the same story happens. This is a 3 feet stimp meter. I will do it 2 ways, 3 balls running one direction, upwards, and then 3 balls going downwards. Cool, I'll do this side, you do the other side.
All right, guys, that's uphill, so let's step it out.
So here we go.
Yeah. And then now we have to start from the same spot, downhill, then step it out.
This will be drastically faster.
Drastically faster, and then also you need to divide it, the up and the down into two, and that will give you your stump meter.
So 13, so there we go. 13 downhill, 8 uphill, that gives us 21. So we reckon about 10 and a half. 10 and a half is what we were looking at.
11, yeah.
I do think it's going to speed up in the afternoon. And I definitely think by next week, Friday, it's definitely going to be a hell of a lot faster. On Friday morning, come to the putting green, see what the pace is like, get used to it, and shoot a low score.
Yeah, that will definitely help you with your putting through the course of the day.
Okay, boys, so at that stage last Friday, 10 and a half, 13 down the hill, 8 up the hill. What do we think about that speed? I don't think it's too quick. And when playing Friday, the only issue I found with the greens is they weren't breaking again as much as I thought they would break. What did you think, Peter?
Yeah, man, I agree. The greens was playing good for me, except a few greens. I think there were 2 greens. The 14th, depending on a pin placement, is a very difficult green. All the day downhill, difficult. But for the rest, yeah, the break wasn't that much, and the speed was relative good speed. I thought it was going to be similar to Blue Valley, but no, it was a bit slower for me, and the break wasn't that much.
We all know that putting isn't the be all and end all of Ebotse. It is finding the fairways. Donnie, how important is this, especially for the guys who now are playing medal, and it's winter conditions, and it's a different beast when it's these conditions.
No, definitely. You can hit a good drive, down the fairway, and it's a proper link style golf course. And when you get down to your golf ball, you can be a meter off the fairway, and you're lying very badly. So and that's the design of Ebotse as well. It's like it does cater for that winter conditions where it's like, even if you take a 4-iron off the tee box, you can't guarantee that you're going to be on the fairway. So yeah, driving off the tee box is going to be crucial and important. You need to set yourself up for your second shots to the greens. But yeah, I think it's going to be. I just had a look at the weather. It's going to be 17 degrees with a wind from like sort of 6 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So I still think it's going to be a very interesting day. It's going to be a bit of a cold one,
and
I know from that side, it's like growing up on the East Rand. Once the dew factor starts and the frost comes in, it makes the courses tough and hard. So I think it's going to be interesting. Just to touch on the greens, though, I know Ebotse normally runs. The greens are normally pretty true and runs good. So I think they're going to be a fraction hard as well. That's what I'm expecting, if I can say so.
Wayne, the question I have for you: you either start on the 1st or the 10th, both very narrow starting holes, and those are the ones that you want to get through without any big numbers. So how do we get through the 1st and the 10th? Start with the 1st.
Well, first thing is, when you start off, either side which you are on, we've got the nerves and all that. So you've got to somehow try and battle with the nerves. But my biggest thing is, you don't want to go too long coming off the tee. This is where I often give Dani a whole lot of hassles and say to him, whichever course he plays, he always wins its tight fairway. But if you come to Ebotse, and like Dani had touched on earlier with undulations on the fairways and stuff, you don't want to just drag your driver and go off. I would suggest, even if you end up a little bit short to the greens, at least both of them, you've got like an up your chip or an up your putt going up. So you want to maybe come a bit shorter off the tee box and give it a less of a bounce going through. Because also with a bit of wind going through, and I mean, we've had a bit of wind this week as well, it tends to make the ground a bit harder as well. So you're going to have a bit of a more bounce going through at the end of the day will come in a bit harder. So my suggestion would be is take something like maybe even a fairway wood might be a bit long, but my suggestion maybe something like a hybrid or something box. And from there you attack the green just to get started off and just get into the game. And then there, it's a bit of a confidence booster, and then you can move on, and then you can start playing a bit of attacking golf at certain areas of it as well.
Remember, it's red stakes everywhere. So if you hit it out, you drop there, boom, then you keep going. So there's no need to be reloading and reloading and reloading. Everything is red stakes. I got a long message here from Carl. Took some time to write this, so let's have a look at it. Any putting tips for you guys that are used to putting on jam tracks? I tend to struggle with putting when the stimp gets fast. 10.5 is fast. 10.5. Where have you been for some of these other rounds? This is slow compared to some of the golf courses we've been playing. My advice is take 15 minutes, get there early, and putt on the main green, and just up, down, and just get your pace. What works for me is I tell myself I trust my putting stroke and how hard I hit it, so I don't overthink it, and most of the time it is just correct. It's just a flow of how it works. D, what's your suggestion about putting?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously you need to get used to the speed that the greens are on the day, because you don't know if the guys, because we're a group of golfers, that they're going to cut it quicker or not. But definitely, like Matt said, get there 15 minutes. I would even go maybe 20 minutes before the hand. What I normally do, is I try to putt like a meter putt, 2 meter putts, and then just get a couple of long putts in, but also uphill, downhill, and then just if there's enough time, sneak a little bit of a left to right or right to left putt, and just to get a feel of what it does for long putts and also those short, crucial putts as well.
I noticed that Donnie's on you twice on the screen.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
I just want to add to that. What I usually do is, depending on your putter face, if you don't have an insert on your putter, what I usually do is, if the greens do feel a bit fast for me, especially the downhill putts, I like to tend to try and go off the toe, maybe some guys off the heel. Usually what that does is it deadens the hit coming off, and you're not coming off the sweet spot and bouncing off as much. So it deadens the hits a little bit, and it allows the ball to actually slow down a bit quicker. So I would suggest also maybe find that as a start off to get used to faster greens.
Yeah.
Oh, Wayne, you're setting yourself up there. It's like if one of the newbies figures hit it off the toe and the heel, and he's struggling with his putting. Oh, boy, buddy, you better run.
I don't mind, but the whole thing is it's coming off the face. It's not literally off the toe. It's coming off the face. And, I mean, Donnie, there's a couple of pros that do that as well. So it is pretty much an idea, and it can become a bit easier for the amateurs to do as well.
The 13th, everybody, that one short 300-meter hole, which, what do we hit, though? What do we hit? So when we were there, we put up a little challenge with the three of them, Barent, Peter, and Simon, and they all approached the hole differently, and we wanted to see how it came out. So this is how it came out. So we're standing on the 13th, the par 4 in Ebotse, a short hole. If you've played it, you could reach the green if you had a good one, but do you play it safe? So the challenge today with the boys, Simon, Barent, and Peter, is they're going to each play the different club and see what the end result is. So here we go. Simon, driver.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Well, try hit it somewhere down there. The reality for me on this hole is if I try lay up with an iron and play clever, I always mess it up anyway. So you might as well hit driver, and if you have to take a drop, you do it closer. So that's it.
Good advice. Well, I'm gonna play it safe. I'll use my free hybrid and try and put it somewhere in the middle of the fairway, hopefully not in the water or in the bunker or anything like that, and try to make a par. I won't be chasing birdies today.
I'll be playing it ultra safe. I will be hitting a 7-iron. Hopefully I'll leave myself with the pitching wedge or so. Wedges are good. I do believe I can still make a birdie with this.
Middle of the fairway. Easy game.
Easy game. Easy game.
Easy game.
Make a birdie. Right, so I've got 81 left. I've got myself a lob wedge here. The wind is helping a little bit from behind. The flag is like middle frontish, so I want to pop it up nice and high, make it stop. let's have a look. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, it's like 3-4 meters. Not my absolute best, but I'm in for a chance for birdie.
You guys can see I've hit the middle of the fairway. Got about 55, 60 meters into the pin. I'm gonna hit a nice little lob wedge, 58 degrees. And my goal would be just put it on the green, get a birdie putt maybe, but I'll be happy with a ball. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, happy with that.
That's pretty good. About 2.5 meters from the pin. Let's get a birdie.
We got about 40 left in. We missed it a bit left onto the slope in the rough, but that's okay because it gives us a nice lie for the wedge. So we're just going to hit a little sandy and see what we can do. No, so we got a birdie putt.
Okay, we've reached the green. Driver, hybrid, and 7-iron. Everybody is within putting distance. They're all in the green, they've all got a birdie chance. So, it just shows you, if they can putt properly, that there's many ways to play a golf hole.
Four it is. Not exactly the result I was looking for, but it once again paid off. Safe play, gave me the par I was looking for.
Four, as I told you on the tee box, safe play, pays off. Cheers guys.
That's the birdie. So it's not how you drive, it's how you arrive.
Well done.
Luckily there was nobody behind us. It took us a while to shoot that, I must be honest.
Maz, are you sure that was like no editing involved in that?
It was 100% legit, 100%. Par birdie. And I'm sticking to it. Boys, that's the Open. Any more questions? We will answer it as we go. Paul says starting on the 10th could be over by the 13th tee box. Is this the Amen corner you're talking about, Donnie?
Yes. So, like, if I had to choose a side that's the easiest start, I do think it's the front nine. You know, if you start on the back nine, hole 10 is actually a pretty sort of, I would say, easy-ish hole.
The easiest out of the lot, most likely.
But then you get to hole 11, 12, and 13. And I think that is where you can break. It can make or break your round.
11 is the par 3 down the hill.
That's
12
it.
is the par 5 of the water that you will
Yeah.
go towards. And then the 13th we just showed you.
Yeah. So I'll be honest, that par 5, I've got the same feeling for that par 5 as what I've got for PCC.
Me too. Me too. Wayne, that par 5 sucks, eh?
No, actually, I don't find it too bad. That par 5 is all right. It's the par 4 that kills me.
Peter, did you finish that par 5 when we played?
No.
No. The first one,
There was two
Top
balls
it
in the water, and that's it.
and the second one, out.
Again, in the water, yeah.
But Maz, isn't that par 5 your favorite hole?
No.
Because you have finished it before, hey?
In social play, yes. Tournament play, it's not the same. All right. So that's the Open, everybody.
I must say, last
ask. Otherwise, we're moving on to the standings of the singles and the teams. We're going to race through this. Watch how quickly we race through this. Please remember, it's sponsored by Lift Call. Starting with the singles, and hopefully this all makes sense, and hopefully these are correct. Here we go. So we're on to round 2. This is the plate now. Round 1 is complete. Round 2 is currently happening, and there are 3 games that need to be played into round 2. So Richard Stewart in round 2 beat Grant, Sarel beat Mornay. Roberts needs to play Ronnie. I beat Gerard Snyman. Carl beat Fricky. Simon beat Jacques. And so on. Peter beat Pranay, Martin beat Vanna, and Barent beat Jacobs.
Maz, just
yes.
a quick question for you.
Yes.
Now that Jan is going in for the op, what are you going to do there with that game?
I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Okay.
Where's this other graphic? Okay, then the plate. So this is round 3. So Sorrel played Richard already. He's through to round 4, as you can see at the bottom. That is 4-2 against Richard. This was at Dainfern. I need to play the winner of Robert and Ronnie. He played Carl already, so Simon is waiting for the winner of Vickers Jason, Mark or Jan. Kunrad beat Peter Zach at Dainfern, so Kunrad's now playing Barrett. Right. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I mixed up what my stuff is here. So this is the cup, but I'm looking for the first one. I don't know where that is. No, so I've got 2 of the same. Okay, moving on. This still tells you the story. The cup, 3rd round. Steve Saunders takes on Cornell Erasmus. Cornell beat someone. I can't remember now. Peter Prinsloo, you're taking on Brian Owen at the next available opportunity. Clint Pruders beat Paul Ricketts. So he's taking you on, Wayne, and you'll take each other on at Waterkloof. Then Kero and Graham need to play each other, and then Karuna and Louis need to play each other, and then they'll take each other on. Barry needs to play Gerard. He's playing them in a Waterkloof. And Chad has disappeared, so it might be a walkover for Granville. Ryan has beaten Luke already. So as you can see in the bottom, this is the permit. Who is supposed to play who eventually? Steve must play Cornell. Peter must play Brian. Clint. So the winner of these games take each other on, and Ryan is there waiting to play either Barry, Gerard, Chad, or Granville. Right. Trust me, it makes sense in my head. I'll just keep adding them. Group A, let's go to the teams. Very close to this. Anything can still happen. Putt bar. I need to play the Kuna. And I think whoever wins that game will go through with the Unthinkables. So Unthinkables looks like they are through already. So well done to Simon and Leon. And good luck to the last game in this group. Many of the groups are almost done. Group B is done. Steady Eddie and the Handsome Hookers are moving forward into the knockout stage, and we want to see who we do face. With Steady Eddie are always the ones to beat. Very difficult combination if you do land up facing them. Let's go to Group C. This group is trying to get done, but after July, should be close to done. There's a couple of matches scheduled. I'm going through Group D. This is another close one because this can go any way because the single divots, let me see, need to play the Camerons. The Camerons are out of it, but they can take points away from single divots because Crappy Fieldmore need to play Bogey Bunch. If they win, they go up to 8. If Bogey Bunch win, they go up to 6 and they catch them. And then Hook Squad still have a chance. So that anything can happen with this group.
Yeah, I think if you look at the game, sorry, Maz, Bogey Bunch is still like they only played 2.
Yes, played 2, lost 1. So if they win 2, they can go to the top easy.
Yeah.
But lots to play for in this group. Will be interesting at the end of July to see how it all happens. Wow, Vidra, this is your group, Donnie. Well done. You almost came last.
Yeah, no. It's like, let's just go to the next group, please.
No comments. Vidravi and Kenton Clip are through already. They are the only ones, they need to play their game. They're playing at Waterkloof, and this is just for bragging rights who finishes top of the group. So, anything can happen there. But it's a dead rubber, pretty much.
It'd be fun if they explore the game.
Group F. Be the ball and become the ball are waiting for the second team to come through to play them because the only team left is the Gamblers and the G-Force that need to play each other. They're playing each other at Waterkloof as well. The winner of those will be interesting. Yes, will take second place. All right, yes, the winner of those will take second place. If it's a half, then Long and Wrong are lucky because a half will not be enough. It will be enough, sorry. My maths aren't so good today. Sparkies are through on 9 points on Group G. We're waiting for 2 more matches in Group G to happen, and they are happening at Waterkloof, and this will be finished as well, I think. So there we have it. Okay, and also close, because anybody, they can play there, they can go to 6, and the Expendables play Angry Ducks, whoever can go to either 6 or 7. So all to play for in that group. And finally is Group H. Here we go. This group, a lot of games because there's 6 teams and a lot's happened. A lot of games. They've actually done well to get all their games. And Predators are on 12 points. Hits and Run, that's your team, Peter, with teammate Barry. Yep. You got 1 more, so you can top the group if you win that against Shake and Bake. Is it Shake and Bake? Yes, Shake and Bake, which is
Yeah, Shake and
Theobald and Leon. But then again, Bump and Run, if you lose and Bump and Run win, they still got 2 games. They can still elapse you and elapse the Predators. So the Predators are not safe on top there. At the end of this, they could land up 3rd if you win and Bump and Run win. So plenty of permutations. I think it's only up to those 2. That's it, everybody. I know we've been on for quite a while, and load shedding is probably going to stop in many places, and then we can get back to our daily lives. Final comments, everybody, as we look forward to the Open on Friday.
Yeah, no, just the guys need to have fun there, and see you boys on Friday.
Peter, you going to
win? Definitely. Watch out for me. I'm teeing off in the middle of the field, and I'll be waiting in the clubhouse.
You'll be waiting. And Wayne, may the form continue.
I have to keep this short because I'd like to argue with Peter there because I doubt he's going to win.
As always,
side bet.
Monet, thank you for watching.
Best finish between you guys. Down.
Yeah.
There we go. Bet sealed and delivered. It's an estate course. It's a drive. There's traffic. So make sure you leave early enough. Make sure you get through the estate. The code is going to be at the gate, and then get in. You can go to the driving range and practice. You can go to the putting green. Remember to get your markers 1st and 10th. Let's hit it, and then afterwards, if we have enough boys, we'll stay and have a drink and crown the champion. Everybody, once again, thanks for watching, and we are see you there prior 15 minutes now. Right. I'm saying goodbye. That's it. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, guys.
Enjoy.